Ooh, microphone. There we go. Hello. My microphone didn't want to friggin' work. An auspicious start to the stream. Let's farm, shall we? I got lots to do. Okay. Dokey. What did I need two of? The Amber Piton, the Tyrannosclave, and the Vice. I would very much like to be done with those first, so that I am free of them and I do not have to worry about it anymore. I forgot I've got new equipment. Oh my god. Crazy. And it's thematically matched. Even to the event. The summer event, right after I put on the like, red equipment. Astonishing. Now I just need a pretty glaive, yeah. That's gonna be a lot harder, certainly. Why are all the quests that I have for two fucking people? Raph's pretty good looking, and it would also fit the red theme. Although, wouldn't it? I don't know if it would go blue, would it? No, it is still red. You do not get a Rathian weapon, sadly. If I got the Glavenus upgrade, that thing looks pretty fucking sweet. No Rathian weapons, sadly. Which would be nice. You don't like the Glav weapons, personally? Oh, no? I thought they were one of those weapon types that were almost unanimously enjoyed. Hello. How are you? You don't like the chonky stuff? The glaive isn't particularly chonky, if I remember. Other than the blade on it. Probably worse than your eyes are grown. Oh god, what happened? Oh god. I can do this because of my armor set now, which I did not realize last time, which perfectly puts me on health boost free. Now I only have 1 point of flinch free and I get 2 points of fucking speed eating. Good shit. Hey, Cat Pants. It's going good, thank you. How's it going for you? I had a nice day today. Very happy with it so far. It was that perfect amount of like warmth in the sun and cool in the wind that for some reason nobody likes other than me apparently. Absolutely no one was outside. It was wonderfully peaceful. So I went over and sat down on a nice little bench and just read for like 3 hours. It was fantastic. And for the most part, other than a brief period of about 10 minutes where some children were making some noise, the horrors, it was blissfully silent bar the wind. Absolutely lovely. And I slept well. It's been a great day. Played Lazarus, got Diplopia on floor 3, never saw a devil deal again. The Mum's Heart, Gold Rooms after 3 were unpickable, got Dunsat, Fruitcake, Fast Bombs. Aww. Yeah, that's a cruel run. Dreamcatch gives you half soul heart at the start of the floor. Had fun things happen like entering the boss room, boss spawns mobs, yep. Yeah. Now it's Monster Hunter time, and nothing ever goes wrong in Monster Hunter. It sounds amazing. It was very delightful. He's at my hunt, so you don't care. Fair. Is there nothing you need? I was hoping that mayhaps there would be potentially stuff that people needed now that I was reaching such a point in Master Rank where there's actually a reason that people might want to farm things that are actually useful for them. But I suppose many a person is probably going to want things that will not be relevant because by the time this run gets there, this run is done. That being, what are they called? The gems that you get from tempered monsters in the Guiding Lands? Little stream stones or whatever they're called. My memory fails me right now. All I remember is that I need like 300 of them on my main account. Spirit Maids, yeah. Maybe. The ones that you need to hone with, whatever they're called. Phase stones for echoes, spirit lanes for augments. Augments is what I'm thinking of, primarily. Sorry, it's not called honing in this game, that's what it was called in 4U. I'm an old curmudgeon, you'll have to forgive me. Dude, this Odo does not want to let this Bambaro go. This Odo is like fresh fucking meat, man. Give. All these dang shots. Hello, Tiggy. He's up there. Dude, this Odo is fucking aggro towards other monsters, man. Dude is pissed. Immediately chases him down as well. You ain't fucking get away. Hey, Tiggy. Thank you, Tiggy. Oh no. It's fine, I have over twice the amount of defense that I had before. I can actually take some hits now. Don't know how exactly Tigrex feels off for you in this. The trio of pseudo-Wyverns in this game all feel too similar to each other. Even if they're not called pseudo-Wyverns in this game. Go Tigrex, Barioth, Nargacuga. For those who are too new to know the definition of pseudo-Wyvern. They're too similar to each other. Like, Tiggy does the little, like, slight prowl around the creature thing that Nargacuga does sometimes. And it doesn't make him feel like Tigrex, because you would expect Tigrex to just, like, fucking bum rush the problem and immediately kill it, not, like, prowl around and stuff, right? They all feel like they're improportionately sized as well, at least in my mind. Like, Nargacuga is clearly too big. I think the same is true for Barioth and Tiggy as well. They're too big. It gives them like this slight inkling of just not quite being right. I'm with you. Honestly, I'm fully with you. Hey, Eugene. How you doing? It's there's something weird about it as well, where it's like I don't. Even though the game, especially with Nagakuga, treats them with like immense reverence, I feel like I have less reverence for them when I play through the game, right? When I come across Tigrex and Foryu, every time I'm like, oh god, okay, well, this isn't gonna be easy. I know what I'm getting into, I'm used to his moveset, so I'll be fine, but this isn't gonna be simple anymore. I gotta deal with mad aggression. It doesn't feel the same here. Although I think that might be more of a consequence of 5th gen in general, to be honest. And onwards. Because maybe the Animal Kingdom's ninja. My prey is about the size of one of my left toenails. Yeah. I unironically think Nagakuga was one of the monsters in old, I guess, if you, it doesn't feel right to call it old gen, but the older games, that was perhaps one of the most like theoretically interesting to me. And he could never realize his potential, probably because of tech. And then they brought him to Worlds, and I don't feel like they used the tech to show the Nagakuga that was like the stealth predator that everyone had envisioned, right? At least in my mind. Hearing Longsword, yeah, Hollow's trying to learn how to play it, I believe. Trap cheeking with Nina, did Sappy recon review. Ready for the fight. Nice. Me, I'm doing good. I had a good sleep, a comfortable sleep. And I forewent in its entirety the playing of any games this morning because it was nice weather outside and I just fucked off and sat on a bench and read for like 3 hours. It was fantastic. Had a grand old time. I quite like this outfit, and I especially quite like this outfit because I feel like it makes me look like some kind of psychotic masquerade character. You had a quick panic attacks as you remembered yours were done months ago. I didn't have to do mine, which was amazing to me. All I had to do was pop on and be like, this appears to be in order, and then I was done. Astonishing. That was like 3 months ago, but Why did that get auto-modded? Oh, what got auto-modded? Naga. Nagaz is what you typed? It did not like Naga. For a completely inconceivable reason. Cat Pants. Hello. Is there any quests either of the two of you want? Just to check so that I don't end up being a selfish little bitch. Hello, Ein. You're scared to breathe. Oh god. What now? Drama Queen Ein has arrived. What is it, Ein? Twice crashed before you was able to check in on the stream, Jesus. Last tax day is today, you were too lazy. Oh Christ, man. That's too close. You need a new Monster Hunter game that doesn't feel like it was made by Platinum. I'm with you, Cat Pants. As I said on stream the other day, because I was having the exact same feeling when playing this, I was like, man, does anyone have a Barry off investigation, by the way? I don't have a Barry off investigation, if either of you two do. I said on stream the other day that I really hope that Monster Hunter Online gets worked on and is eventually made to work. For no reason other than just, at least towards the start of it, I'm assuming it'll be a relatively standard Monster Hunter game with some new monsters, and then I'll be like, hey, it feels like I'm playing Monster Hunter again. You're at your wit's end. Have you done your reinstall already or not? How do you not have a single Barry off investigation? We got a raw dog in. We got to do a normal Barry off. How crazy is that? Little bouncy boy. That's an adorable name for your cat. You don't really need anything in Freestar except maybe Diablos for armor. You're not even sure that you do. So no Ryu today. We'll see if something coming up in about an hour. You're busy. Busy. Haven't done it yet. 6+ years of BS things you've saved do come together to a considerably big file size. That do be the truth. There's lots of dupe, grapple, quadruple stuff. You don't need the same SSD. Probably true. an amazing time for that earplug song to be played. Nice one. Poor habit, occasionally not deleting inserts for other unnecessary stuff. Yeah, I've been there before. Got into my downloads folder after like 2 years, and I'm like, huh, there's a lot of random shit in here, right? I just don't need. Was indeed this arm. It's a shame that I didn't do it while it was standing up, but immediately that arm break, like proving itself to be amazing, immediately helpful. Fan-fucking-tastic. Only reason I got that sharp enough. You were to be shot? That's an extreme example immediately. For every zip you didn't delete after extracting what you needed, Swiss cheese would have less holes. Very intense. Honestly amazed that's some bullshit right there, by the way. That didn't get knocked off there. Hey, nice. Played some Dragon Quarter yesterday too. How'd it go? Very good stuff. I'm letting my slug bones build up here a little bit until I've got enough that I can guarantee these duplicate weapons get done. Because I don't want to, I want my wish list to be correct, basically. And that's going to be a lot easier once that's happened. Hello, Raka! How you doing? Didn't do too much, like 5% maybe. That sounds like a slug. You have not been the first to make that joke. Or a similar one. Differences that I expected from you. I sadly expect it from many. Ended up giving an unknown boss fight a try. You died to, but gonna prepare for it. Yeah. Finally started blue reflection, now that's 410. If you have told me about this, it has, at least in the immediacy of my mind, vacated without further details. I did see that you bought a game with blue in the title on Steam. Or played it for the first time or something. They might have just been playing it for the first time. JRPG series about magical girls? Alas, the recollection is not there. I feel like there is, at least to my knowledge, I would expect more than I am aware of. Quartet is basically an entire series made into one game. Oh damn. Ambitious. You're sure I would like the combat? I mean, it's turn-based, right? Be it 2002. I don't know if like is necessarily the word I would use in that situation, then I'd probably tolerate it. Idea-wise, I love the idea of most combat systems. I carved not a 1 Cortex. Unfortunate. Resonance of Fate? I tell you what though, at the start when you only had, what, 3 bezels, that shit was not enjoyable. As soon as you got up to like 5 bezels or something, it was a lot more fun. I did not get a singular Cortex from this quest. Not even one. Jesus. You got 3? I need 7. You looked up Blue Reflection, the first thing you see is 55% on reviews. Oh no. I pray that that is not due to performance and or shenanigans. The second thing you see is a positive review saying the censorship isn't that bad, you can still see upskirts. Well. And thus the people of the internet have once again made me wish I could blow my brains out. You don't think that one is gonna be for you? Valid. Bum bum bum. Da, 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 da. After seeing that, I probably would have come to much the same conclusion myself. Your lunch is ready. Hope you managed to get back in time for more, but thanks for the hunts for now. Thank you very much as well. That means I can post this quest, which is only for 2 people. Otherwise, I do not have a Diablos quest. That works for me. I hope you have a tasty lunch. Shame when otherwise good games get reputations as bait. I feel like it's a bit of an awkward one though, right? Because like presumably they got themselves into that situation, right? It's also particularly disturbing when it's about magical girls, which typically indicates underage. Definitely enjoyed Genshin for what it was. Does Genshin have that reputation? The only reputation that comes to mind for me, specifically when it comes to Genshin, is just like crippling addiction problems. Genshin absolutely is. Okay. I do make a concerted effort to stay away, so No Game No Life comes to mind, even if it's not a game. While I definitely understand I feel like it's one of those, it's such a feedback loop, right? People do it because it's either like it appeals or they don't have confidence and they know that that will work to sell their product, and then that becomes the norm, so more people do it. I get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying. Yeah. I think No Game No Life. The concept of the world and at least the idea of what I've only watched the anime, of where I was, of where it was going and the general idea of the whole point of it was fascinating to me. But there is some incredibly large levels of discomfort in trying to watch that piece of media. In my mind. It's one of those things as well where it's like, I know that media tends to portray like the most extreme parts of things a lot of the time, but it's like beyond concerned about Japan. The sheer amount of their media that's like, hey, we sexualize definitely not appropriate to be sexualized things again. Oh, whoopsie. Didn't realize, but the entire point of this manga in the long run turned out to be incest, and it's like, can we just like have a fucking story? For once? Like, part of me towards the end, like, I'm convinced I'm gonna get towards the end of SMT, or however long I get in my playtime. And then the game's actually just gonna shift into how the entire relationship between Aogami and the player character is actually just to explore the metaphors of homoeroticism amongst the Japanese people. And it's about battling your demons or some bullshit, and it's like, you can just make a game. Not to mention it would apply into it being portrayed into a, like, negative light, despite the fact that weirdly they're fine with grotesque amounts of pedophilia and incestuous relationships for some reason. Fuck, you found out! Oh, Raptor. This feels like maybe incredibly horrendous for me to say. It's not my intended meaning. But to at least some degree... Oh yeah, 100% Raga. I wonder if the reason why I enjoyed Clair Obscur so much is that it also wasn't made by a Japanese developer. Because I feel like the only relationships that really happened in that, between the... well, basically between Verso, Ciel, and... the fuck was the other girl's name? Feet Woman. And... between Luna, thank you. In the prologue between Gustave and Sophie were just like adultly portrayed, right? It's not this fucking like minefield of oops, he wants to fuck his sister again. Every third piece of Japanese media. Monument? There ain't no monument here. Japanese writer reluctantly adding a second digit, yeah. The second digit also comes within the first 5 digits. I worry for them, man. Sometimes I don't know if I am just being, like, unfairly cruel and I'm seeing things where there isn't. But then I'm like, no! No, this shit's weird. This is thematically a trend. You would seriously hope she has 10 digits? Are you referring to... Wouldn't you hope for 20 in that regard? Do toes count as digits? Or is it only the thingies? You don't count toes? Not a feet guy? Or are you too mesmerized, Raka? God damn it. Why was that the immediate thought that went into my brain? Hello, N10. How are you? EY, I'm sorry, Raka. I know that really... I can't even... Like, I wouldn't say pure, but you are probably one of the best among us. In that regard. You're innocent of such a horror. You maintain simply a good girl. Hugs to feet where? Inside my socks at the moment. In what regards? As to a sexual nature. Like, I wouldn't refer to Mace. Yeah, Mace has his moments of innocence, right? Where we say something and he's just like, what's that? I would not say you are innocent to it, but you are, or pure in a way, but you are, maybe not as, I don't know what you would refer to say to that terminology. Degenerated? I have no idea. Yes. Oh, I love it when they die like that. It's so fun. You have plenty of degenerate thoughts, you know when to not share them. A lesson many could use to learn. Christ. Pardon me. People are gonna hunt you for your loot? Do you have loot to be hunted for? What is this? What is going on, game? I don't want 12 chines. That isn't fucking helpful. I just said you did? Did I? I don't know what I say. Don't ask me to keep track of the things that come out of my mouth. That's just unreasonable. So people could loot from you and then correct myself? Oh, okay. Oh, good lad. Right. Bum bum bum. Wonder what your loot table is. I pray we do not find out, because I feel not only would the affair be messy, it would probably be mildly fucked up. You have a rare? I don't even know what that would constitute. The 11th though. He's rock kidney stones. I actually, you probably would have a rare, no, Raka? Although maybe not in a way in which is preferable. If I remember correctly, and this sounds like a very weird chat-up line in a way, you have a rare heart. Not even an uncommon, but a rare. It's very true, your heart is fucked, yeah. Alas, I do not think I would have anything rare to offer within my flesh temple, as it were. I merely have a lack thereof of materials, if anything, compared to the average bear. Since I am down my appendix. You drop kidney stones is really good. Oh, I like that. You say that really? The hospital captured me? What? I don't know if they captured me. I walked in willingly. Unless they were at unless medical technology has been progressed to the point where I am unable to remember them trapping me in some way, shape, or form. The colon something got removed. It contains a stenosis. Yeah, dude, that's relevant. That's an oddity. About as far as I could do would be that I have, like, astigmatism in my eyes, but I think a significantly large number of people have that. So even that's, like, fuck all. It's incredibly common. Even in my malformations, I remain disappointingly mundane. You have a minor astigmatism, mostly you're extremely farsighted, yeah. I also just have a minor astigmatism. And for some unknown reason, I have, like, laser damage on my eyes. So I guess maybe I, like, stared at the sun when I was a kid or something, or someone was shining laser beams into my eyes. I don't really know. The point where your eye's focal length is a few hundred feet away. The point where everything is blurry. Yeah, because it's beyond reasonable sight range. That's delightful. Your acuity is great. With glasses you can see well. I don't know how good or bad my acuity would be, to be honest. I suppose that's the test with the how small can you read on the chart, right? Not been to the opticians in probably too long. Oh, Great Gyros is here. Sort of know how the fuck I got paralyzed. How good your vision can be with proper connection, yeah. I don't know. Never mind. I feel like it's good, but then I wouldn't know. They've always been my eyes, right? It's not bad, I suppose. How do you measure eyesight in Europe? I ain't got a fucking clue. Numbers? They use numbers. I don't know what any of them mean. In the States, it's based on 20 feet. To be truthful, I have never inquired as to the nature of the optometrist's calling. I have merely just followed their instructions and attempted to not be a bother to them. I feel like the little number chart is not 20 feet away though. Don't know. I don't know. Hello, Mace. How was your day yesterday? Now that you have recovered from it, presumably. At least, mentally. I fucking missed. So the split vision is 20x. What an average person can see from 20 feet, you can see from x feet, yeah. I've heard of the terminology of saying like vision is 20/20, for example, but I don't know if that's just an Americanism or if that's $20 was anything but average. Hey! Very true. Very true. Was a particularly abnormal year for many a soul. 2020 isn't perfect as average. What is perfection if not averageness? I posit to the 20/20 is average. 2020 is a 1,000-year start. Yard stare, yep. Does that mean you have 20/30? Yes. What an average person would see at 20 feet, you would see it at 30 feet. Is what that would mean. Based on what Raka has typed there. Your acuity would be like 50% better than the average mean. I actually remember someone I used to work with a long time ago that had vision that was fucked, basically. Oh, that's your vision is worse? Oh, what, the average person at 20, you could see at 30? Wouldn't that be better? Not worse? What do or did I need from Odo? Claws. Oh, you said it backwards? Oh, okay. It's X20. You can see at 20 what an average person sees at the X number. Oh. Or you got in your head. You're in your own head about it. The curse. The curse. It appears, however, that I no longer need Odo at all. Now that I got the claws. The only way I've had it is 2020. So for me it's not relevant. Hindsight's 2020, so. What the hell is that hub music? It is the summer event. Whatever the fuck you want to call it. Pardon me. Your vision with correction is like 2015, right? Anyone got any insights on the year 2015? How old was I? I was 19. I was probably playing on my DS. Obama was the president of the States. A significantly better time for you all. Before you came out, I was definitely on my DS. That one's not even a contestation. Yeah, I used to know someone who had, I don't know what was wrong with their eyeballs, but their eyeballs were fucked. They had kind of like, if you imagine this is going to sound incredibly fucked up for a brief moment. They did not have insectoid eyes. That would be amazing and horrifying. You know how like insects have their eyes and they like have lots of little bubbles inside of them? And then all of those, because they're compound eyes, cause like images of their own and stuff. They said to me that their vision is kind of like that. Except if you imagine in place of every one of the holes that an insect has, and it's like eyes as such, it was just black. Because that part of their vision just didn't work. Like, they had dotted vision with just holes in it all over the place. The accuracy can't be dropped yet. Exactly. It can't be dropped because it can't get any lower than it was when they weren't wearing glasses. It's at -6 the whole time. 2015 was your first full year in Florida. Ooh. A Cortex for me? You spoil me. You know how it is? It's not about when is an event happening, but when's not? What the fuck does that mean? Oh, Monster Hunter World, right. Yeah, every other week or every like 2 weeks an event goes on again. I thought that was pertaining to the Intense like 2015 before you came out comment. I was like, huh? I think it's basically like every 2 months they cycle through the full rotation of events, right? Huggy the backer. Mine would not be in jest, in irony of the truth. It would just be the truth. In my defense, Eugene has a proneness to profundity. And I thought that was being excised, but it's not. Multiple Monster Hunter entries which came out from 2015 to today. Which means sometimes you say things which seem profound, but I don't know the actual meaning of them because it goes way over my head. Because, as Raka says, I am a backup. That's a lie, they stopped after for you for some reason. What am I playing right now, Enter? Observe with your peepers. A fan game? I do not believe at the state and time in which Monster Hunter World was made that any fan game made by a Monster Hunter player would ever have produced this. To be honest. At that point in time, I don't know if that would have been possible. I guess arguably the people who make Monster Hunter have outright suggested that they are in fact fans of themselves. As narcissistic as that sounds. Fans of their prior constituents is not the right word. Developers. I do wonder, as Catpants said earlier, right? They really want to play a new old Monster Hunter game. I wonder if we will ever receive it. I fear we will not. Your keepers are hard locked on the middle left. Do you want me to move my face away then, so that you can actually view the the corner of the game? Cease. Nowadays, what they've been saying the most recent dev update, you agree? They're fans of themselves. I don't watch the dev updates, so I could not comment. Apparently I'm not breathing enough again. Not in the upcoming future. Yeah, it'd probably be a while away. I am relatively convinced that the time in which we ever get like a modern old game, as it were, will be the time in which the Monster Hunter team finally bends to Capcom's wishes to make shitloads of money and just starts re-releasing all of the old games. What in God's name would a modern old game be? It's like one of the old Monster Hunter games, Enter, except it's worse. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, true. It's like the old one, but worse. Very similar to the old game in which you remember that you played before, except the reason why in which it has been made is almost exclusively for the sake of profit and nothing else. Thus, the modern old game. Your face when you like it? I mean, there's nothing wrong with liking it. You probably never played the original one, right? I've only seen one video of the combat of that game, and I'm not gonna lie, it looks really tedious. An issue I'm running into with SMT, actually, at the current moment in time, to maybe sadly upset Eugene a little bit. I did the first Arcana encounter. It is a 3-star quest. Tedious combat's a JRPG staple. Honestly, might be a significant reason as to my lack of enjoyment of the genre. Everything's just got so much fucking health and dies so fucking slowly. And then the fucking behavioral patterns change up when it's in the last 20%. And then it kills you and you gotta do the whole thing again! Not that I'm mad or anything. He told Volcano it was smelly and vanished. I'm pretty sure I got a concussion, actually, is what actually happens in that cutscene. And further additional points towards my theory that the protagonist has a crippling amount of brain damage in this game. And the brain damage. Precisely. To be fair, you're not using everything at your disposal, even though it's blatantly clear he's using a physical move because he's using charge in the round prior. See, I didn't figure that out until I was thinking about it after the stream yesterday. Because to be honest, when I'm doing the fight and the fight goes on for like a solid 15 minutes, and all I'm doing every turn is like lightning, 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 heal, lightning, lightning, skip, block. For 15 minutes with like no change at all, basically, I kind of shut the fuck off and stopped thinking. Because I'm just like not engaged, right? And then I get to the point where I suddenly die and I'm like, wait, what the fuck did that happen for? I got 2 cortexes and then none in the rewards again. I also assume it's because I'm playing on hard. But I dislike immensely that I feel like I am being forced into a specific playstyle. And there is no other option for me. It irritates me. This guy is the equivalent of High Ono. And what does it say that I'm already at the point where the fight's taking so long that I am mentally piecing out? And I don't really want to play it. I did do one of those. I think this is correct, but I'm not sure. Forgot to update my sheet while I was going along here, because I'm a Muppet. Seems right. Okay, seems correct. Taffy's coming closer and closer. Arguably at the moment he's not. Because I believe he is unavailable currently. I guess I'll get that Paolumu thick fur out the way just because it's kind of pissing me off that I still need it. He is available? I thought it was Thingy at the moment. Cool, no? Didn't I see that pop up when I logged in? Oh no, it was Xeno that popped up when I logged in. Will it be when I'm at it? At some point when I'm there, yeah. Considering I need to get to Master Rank 100, I probably need to grind augments to be able to do Fatalis and Alatreon. I need to get 3 fucking Lunastra weapons again. God forbid. I don't know. Did I do Fatalis with Insect Glaive when I did my all weapons playthrough? I don't know if I did. I always think Paolumu's gonna spawn at the tree, but it doesn't spawn at the tree, it spawns at the other fucking place. Do I just fuck the 3 armor spheres? Yeah, I can't be asked to waste the time on them. They're lower tier ones, right? So they're not even worth that much. If I remember correctly, it gives you like hards or something. Hards are worth what? 80 points at this point? The resource center goes, currently the highest one to commonly get. Except you get like 2 or 3 of them, right? I'm not gonna need armor spheres until post-game. Really. And if I need them, I will do the Brute Tigrex, which just gives you, like, what, 3 Divines or whatever it is, which are worth 1,000 each. And if I really need them, I will, I'll mine a bunch on stream while I'm in the Guiding Lands. And then after stream, I'll put it into the Steamworks, hold the spacebar down with something on my desk, and then just go fucking AFK. I'll come back to 700 million armor spheres, it will be fine. I don't think it's worth the time in this game, to be honest. You can get them so easily in so many other ways. They're really useful early. It's a stupid mechanic, it really is. I don't know how many I have left anymore, but at one point I think I had like 2,000 ancient potions on my main save. I don't think I'd ever crafted a single one. Maybe a single one to get the crafting list filled in. It is incredibly dumb. Bear in mind, I don't need to build a ton of armor sets as well, though. Like, my next armor set is probably the last one I will ever build on this save. So, my apologies. As opposed to yourself, where if you want to have like actually good late game sets, you would probably need like what, 3 separate ones? Hammer and Hunting Horn ranged, and Sword and Shield. Shall be fully sufficient, which is the one. Right, it's tedious about. Yarp. Although I must admit, it is significantly more enjoyable once the monster diversity has spread out. Now. It was way worse in low rank where I had to build whatever the fuck it was, 6 water weapons? Whatever. It was either 4 or 6, I can't remember. That shit was horrible. I guess it's gonna go to your opponents again! Always the worst bit of the collectors, I feel like. The very start and the very end. Go collect 700,000 bones for me before you're allowed to play the game. Hey, the only thing you've got left is a shit ton of rare drops, and it isn't happening! Molten Tigrex all over again, right? in the last 4U one. Just Molten Tigrex over and over and over. Oh god. Dude, that shit was painful. What is Molten Tigrex? Now you're asking philosophical questions. That's for the scriveners and the scholars. Me hunter, me hit with stick. Bug friend. The new Spider-Man movie is pretty good. I didn't even know there was one until you typed about it in the Discord this morning, to be honest. You wonder what the Iceborne and Free U equivalents will end up being? Don't know. Iceborne might be large Outer Dragon gems. Fucking hell. I'm sorry. Jesus. Because I need at least 3 large Elder Dragon gems just for the Lunastra weapons. I need 1 for Fatalis, 1 for Alatreon, 1 for the Daora weapon. I might need 1 for the Kirin weapon, I don't know. I need a lot of them. For you, I can almost guarantee it will be Abyssal Aggie or Lucent Naga. The bug got a KO! That's all the marvel you're getting to a Christmas. that with the Marvel Rivals, I guess. Why did you fly in and not do your fly-in attack? Follow me? Weird. The expectations levied on it. To be honest, I never really understood in general the big hype around the Marvel stuff. But my understanding is that after Endgame, even more so, was it Endgame? Or was it the... I think it might even have been before that point, to be fair. That while they were basically, like, kind of the same movie every time, that is, like, even more egregiously true now. So I fail to understand the continued hype of people. For them. You'd rather run 1 billion other movies or content to consume. They have made a lot. They have made a lot. Hello, Jordan. I see once again your vision is deluding you. I must say I truly feel for your struggle with your affliction. I hope you get better soon. However, I must say it is clearly not me, because otherwise the proximity would increase greater to my being, you would assume. And it's actually delightfully cool here today. Just enough warmth in the sun, just enough cool in the breeze. Mwah. It is fucking lovely. Boiling ocean included. I do not wish to boil the oceans. This would be terrible. After Endgame, the movies became stale. Whatever Thunderbolts was great. The movies after that were good too. After Doom Days, we're getting Secret Wars and probably a full reset. I wonder how much Marvel, from a general oh, I've got sunburned legs. I was like, my legs do feel really warm. Actually, speaking of feeling warm, my legs feel really warm. I'm fucking burnt. I only just noticed it because I took my socks off. And there is an incredibly clear delineation between where my sock was and where the sock is not. Anyway, I wonder how much Marvel has soured their general opinion to the average man rather than the fan of their media by continuing on with their franchise after Endgame. Because I think if they'd left it like a good chunk of time, man, they would have gone down like truly Legacy of the Greats type thing. Even if it wasn't my particular cup of tea. The like cultural impact they had was momentous, right? What the comic does. To follow them to the degree in which they do, I suppose, is admirable. But one would not have wondered if, from a general legacy standpoint, if them stopping would have been a superior decision. Because I feel like at this point, from a general standpoint at least, while they are still mentioned, I feel like they have once more faded into some degree of like irrelevancy. Not to say that their movies are like irrelevant, but they're held in no more higher regard, right? There was a good time where, if it was a piece of Marvel cinema, it was like good fucking luck getting in. I would not want to go and watch anything else at the cinema on the day in which a Marvel thing was airing. Because it would have been a fucking disaster. Endgame was the 4th, was it? Wasn't it? What? Infinity War, Endgame, and one more? Avengers: Age of Ultron? Oh, I was thinking specifically just those final ones, rather than the full lot, to be honest. I'm not burnt on that side, though, eh? Interesting. Very hyper-specific patch of birds. Fun. Are you all fucky? You are! Look at that! Neat! These? Burn these, they're crispy. How are you, by the way, Jordan? It's a pleasure to have you, as always. Your kindness only exceeded by your delusion of your opinion of me. I hope you're doing well. If they reset it, it would make getting into it easier. To me, no. I don't think that's true. I think, if anything, what that would do is make it feel pointless. Because what's the point? What's the stakes? If they just reset it and start over again anytime that something happens, like, it's irrelevant, right? It's a never-ending stream if we do whatever the fuck we want and it has no consequence. Hey, Viper. Is my face burnt? And I've just not realized? It doesn't look it. At least on the camera. Cool parts. If Marvel weren't owned by Disney, so everything is owned by them, they could have the cornerstones, such as the Mutants and the Fantastic Four. I actually quite liked the X-Men movies when I was younger. Oh. I hope they treat them with respect. Even though I know that they probably won't. Unlikely it will happen again. The truth of the matter is sometimes not as important as the way it feels, though, right? A very important thing to have any degree of like connection with a thing is stakes and consequence, which is already relatively low on the list in Marvel things, I feel. The stakes always seem large, but the consequences always relatively minimal. And brushed over, I feel like, a lot of the time. Or at least not given the time to breathe that it really needs to feel like consequence. So when you reset everything, that becomes a constant thing that can happen. Even if it doesn't happen again, and it's unlikely to ever happen again, this dude is just jumping in a row, eh? The important thing is it's there, and it has happened once. That's a shame. Not the perfect timing, sadly. I hope it goes well. One of those things that it's a hard thing to do properly, right? Without it feeling like it leads to a reduction in in stake or consequence. The two things you actively consume Marvel-wise were the Toby Spidey trilogy and Rivals. I watched a few of them. I do think that the first Iron Man movie is actually like quite good. I watched the second and the third ones, but they were like fine. I feel like a lot of the other stuff I've seen I would also regard to as it was fine. Wasn't the worst way to spend insert X amount of time in my life, but I maybe would have preferred doing something else. Although I cannot tell you the ones I've watched off the top of my head. I think I watched Black Panther, but I don't know. I did watch Avengers, I did watch Age of Ultron. I think I saw one of the Thor movies, but I don't remember anymore. I think it's very much like Hedgie said. They are comics ultimately, right? They have a very specific audience. For the most part. Them receiving the like wide acclaim that they received was probably very abnormal. I don't know if there's necessarily any truth in it, but I feel like it's one of those things where maybe you kind of don't necessarily pick and choose, but it's one of those things of you have your preferences towards, right? Of like fantasy, sci-fi. I am always more intrigued, although ultimately at the end of the day, it's all magic, right? I am more intrigued in a system in which magic is the thing at play, rather than superpowers, even though it is functionally all magic. It's just the way that it's portrayed is slightly different. vortexes, they don't exist. Man, I wish I'd never noticed that, because now that I've noticed it, it kind of fucking stings. Oh. What makes fictional magic systems interesting to you is when they have a hard set of rules and restrictions that the story has to abide by. Yeah. Superpowers, I feel like usually goes to maybe greater heights, right, than magic tends to. But they always tend, like, it it doesn't sound right, and I don't mean to use the term or phrase in definitely a negative way, but superpowers, it feels a little bit more arse-pully, right? There is a significant more nature as to, like, I don't know. The person informs the power, or the power informs the person, depending on which way you want to interpret it. But it feels rude to, like, phrase it in that way, but sometimes it feels like it's being made up as it's gone along, rather than thought about preemptively, right? But that is probably just a general weakness of soft and hard magic systems in general. Soft magic systems, because there isn't the rules to them, it doesn't feel like they're as set as stone, it doesn't feel like they're as well thought about. So it can feel a little bit more arse-pully. That's something I enjoyed about Worm, to a degree, which is one of the few pieces of media that's superpowers that I feel like I've enjoyed. Is although you don't learn about it for a long time, it feels there is a classification system. And there is, like, logic to the classification system. Thank you very much for the help, Capance. I appreciate it immensely. Your assistance is wonderful. There probably is, like, a purely just a piece of preference in there. Doesn't make one better than the other or whatever, right? Overall. I feel like superpowers tend to be soft more often, which sounds hilarious. Being soft all the time is not a superpower, I don't think. And magic systems tend to be harder. Such a child. I just like Freeran classifies some things, but does a good job of it just being there, therefore being more soft than hard, yeah. Freeran is a weird one, because Freeran to me, the magic as such is almost just entirely superfluous to the story, right? They use it to have cool moments here and there, and it's obviously, like, a big part of it, but At the same time, it's also just not relevant. I would like to read a superpower-y type thing in a similar manner as that, where it's like, yeah, people have superpowers, but like it's kind of mundane to a degree. It's not the hardcore focus. Or watch, I suppose. I'm just obsessed with reading at the moment. Big what on the mic, Anton? Stialis? Kialis? Cialis? Do you know what that is? Please. Fucking cease your screaming. Perish. Three times raw, Monster Hunter motherfucking world. The 10 times Viper? Yeah, that Weiss mentioned this morning. At least it wasn't that. Take some small solace. Theo Oregon? Oh god, don't remind me. I realised something really sad. I don't know if I already said that on stream or not. I probably can't do the permadeath randomizer again with any real, like, actual ability to do it. Because fucking cutscene skip doesn't work. You cannot do that shit without cutscene skip. So unless that gets fixed, I think permadeath random might be in the bin. Which is genuinely sad. Look at that damage. I take no damage. I am invincible. Holy shit. Oh god, I got fucking speed eating +2 again. It's so delightful. One of the very few times you've actually seen me range. I try, I like to allow myself to become angry. I don't like to allow myself to actually become enraged. To get irritated and perhaps even annoyed with a thing is fine, right? To become enraged at something is a problem. That was fucking infuriating, though. If I became enraged, would I be weaker to pitfalls or become immune to them? I think I would become substantially weaker to pitfalls. In many a meaning of that word. I'd eat them. Don't tempt me. I'm hungry right now. We have cake. We made cake yesterday. And it's so fucking tasty. Hello. How you doing? Nice. Good. I may need your assistance with something. I need you to cream on my legs.
Oh, did you burn
I
yourself?
burnt myself.
I think I found an ultrasound somewhere.
I got it on both my legs and on my arms as well. I didn't really think about the sun aspect of the equation.
Yeah.
I was reading for hours.
Oh my leg. There's some hand openers downstairs this way now.
I know that, but
Okay.
I'm a bit late for that one.
Little bit, yeah.
Is it on my face at all? I don't think it is, but I could see it in the
I
camera.
think your cheeks are a bit red.
Yeah.
I can't tell between like.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
By pure technicality, I should go to the hospital, but that's a waste of time.
No.
Yeah, exactly. That's gonna be like, drink a lot. Please fuck off. Oh fuck, is he die and revive him? It's all over for me. From a purely medical perspective, you are meant to go to the hospital when you have 10% burns on any part of your body, regardless of the severity of burns. But obviously, when it is sunburn, it is a little bit of a waste. I think it's actually different, right? It's like 10%, 1%, 0.1%? Can't remember. It's been a hot moment. It's been too long. Was it 18? For front and back. 9% for each leg, each arm. But yeah, it would constitute enough. Since it's half of each of my legs. It's just one of those things where it's like, in theory you should do this. In practice, they will tell you you have a sunburn and you are wasting their time. Unless it is truly a substantial amount of your body. I love that that's the only concern, Eugene, by the way. The SMT is due to come up. If it had not been a Thursday or a Friday, it wouldn't have been a problem. Yeah, fuck it, he'll be fine. You okay? You're not even treating it? You want to know how long it takes to cure by itself? We do not have any after sun nor any type of skin lotion. Amazing. I mean, I'll survive without it. It's just a little bit itchy now that I've realised it exists. What day is it today? It is Friday, right? Do you have the strength of will to go to the, we'll find out. The consequence of the outside world. You try and go outside. But, pardon me, it'll be healthy, they tell you. It'll be good for you. The thing that freezes warts. Oh, Christ. We got betrayed. I did. The sun is, after all, a deadly laser. I should have known better. You also got that shit in your shelf now you mentioned it. Despite taking its time, it worked. Yeah, yeah. They do take a long time, those treatments. You'd love to receive a nice hand lotion as a gift, your hands get dry as fuck. The problem is when you receive naught but hand lotions. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Give me a bit.
Fucking no.
Oh. That's so mean. How about...
You've eaten 3 of them already.
I ate 2 of them. You had 1.
Hang on.
The fucking audacity.
I'm too short to see you, folks.
What if we just fight again? Oh. I don't want to do it again. I only did it yesterday because you were too tired. And I really wanted cake. Don't believe you.
I will, really.
That may be true, but it is the weekend. You're free. How are you feeling? Strength-wise? About tomorrow?
Oh,
Yeah? Okay.
there's an extra top there. I'm like, oh, I want to quit. What?
I know that one. We can re-see tomorrow. It'll be good. Yeah. Just don't want to force you to do it. Basically, difficult. Please don't eat all the cake. My dear, do I have anything that would work? Is it all face though? I think there might be a body thing in there. It just occurred to me, but I don't know what's in there because I never fucking look at it.
But cool is moisturizer.
That sounds like it would be useful.
It's not for your face, but it might work.
I mean, it's all skin ultimately. Thank you. Yes. You will do no such thing, how dare. N10's just being tsundere, right? Don't worry.
Okay.
What the hell is that?
Soap.
Soap? Oh yeah, look at that.
You brought this from England, my love.
Look, these were bought for me so long ago, and I never actually looked at what they were.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised. You probably got them for Christmas.
Yeah, I think I got them for Christmas.
Like 2 or 3 years ago. Definitely 2 years ago. Probably.
I think some of them are from when I turned 18.
Not these ones. Maybe your cologne, I'll grant you. Your cologne, I'll grant you, was probably from when you're 16. Like, fuck, it still smells good. These ones I think are the most I want to remember you with these.
Fair enough. I think there's some of them in there that might
Probably would
be.
be like face stuff. Yeah, that's probably about 10 years old at this point.
It's never been used. What?
Oh, I had something cool and I was confused, but it was your little phone case that I haven't
Okay.
fell into the sea. Do you have that? Yeah. Good. Run out.
Yeah, it can go up with the other one. What the hell is this? Oh, this is moisturizing cream. Oh, this is
Melted
antiperspirant.
deodorant.
It says moisturizing cream on it, to be fair.
Yeah, but you're not gonna find it in a fucking.
No, but it does say moisturizing cream big there, and then antiperspirant is very tiny.
Yeah,
down
but
there.
the
I know, but still, it could have been a spray one. I've seen little like spray aftersuns,
Yeah, I've seen it for like sun lotion.
so I wouldn't see
but
it being completely out of left field for
It would be
moisturising
cool,
cream.
To be honest. It would
it would be
quite
far more convenient.
Yes. Instead of having to scrub.
Exactly, you don't have to fucking lube yourself up, basically.
Slather yourself. You can try that on your arm. Or your face, actually.
My face?
Yeah. It's for your face to begin with.
For your face?
I mean, yes, going by the size of it, it's for your face.
It doesn't actually say anything. Oh, apply liberally on your face.
Yes.
Okay.
The size of the container will tell you what it's for.
I'm a man, I don't know things like that.
Now I can tell.
To be fair, other than this, it has like one instance of the word face on there, and then otherwise it says nothing about your face.
No burning, it says, so.
No burning.
Stop it. Yeah.
The two will all just rip off.
Yeah. Just love it.
I do love it when my flesh sloughs off.
Mm-hmm.
My flosh.
You flushed their
My flush sloughs off. Flush left. Flush off. I'm gonna summon an eldritch monster in a second. It's dying.
Oh god. That's more terrifying than
Yeah, it's honestly, yeah.
Lovecraft himself shut his power. It's okay, I'll stop being racist, just please go away.
Lovecraft would never. actual fire weapon. Finally. I believe it said that I could upgrade Vice as well, or also this. This also works because I finally got the slug bones. But the Pura Storm 2, which is a path finish. Mark that one as green. It is done. If I am not mistaken, I only have 5 weapons left to get now, and that is it. I have this up to this rank. This to go to the Dios Rods. This to go to another Amber Piton. This to go to a second Tyrannosclave. And then this to go to Vice. That's it. Weapons wise in this rank. And then it's just a shitload of bugs. Which sadly does mean that the majority of the thing that I require is fucking slug bones. $25 slug bones still. Jesus. Apparently I have the precise amount of frozen bones that I'm going to need. That's interesting. This is a faint one time, okay. Good to know. I got a ton of weapons done today. It's been very productive. I actually need to equip this for a moment and then give this a little pendant to mark it as one of the weapons of interest. I think at this point, to be honest, I can unmark this one. I'm not going to use it. Same thing with the Datura. That thunder weapon will become relevant again. I actually need lightning because I don't have a good dragon type. And then I've already restocked and I've already eaten, I think. Am I getting me drops? I am, for the most part. The only thing that's been particularly stingy is Barioth Cortexes. But other than that, it's been going great. I only have 5 more weapons in this rank. And a shit ton of bugs to do as well. Which basically just needs slug bones, and that's it. Going very well. Cortexes shouldn't be that big of an issue. You would have thought that. But the first one I killed gave me none at all. The second one I killed gave me 1 from a carve, I think, and that was it. The third one I killed gave me 3, which means I need 3 more. So typically, yes. In this instance, no. The game has decided otherwise. Have you been Persona-ing, Mace? Played a bit. Here are your mum's at the moment. Oh yeah, Friday. Of course. Of course. Let's go and slide. Is that because you're not currently playing Persona? No, that is in the pacing. Oh, okay. Yeah, the arc you didn't like, you said, right? Didn't like the most, I should specify, I suppose. The pacing too. Yeah, the pacing's part of the arc as a whole, right? The dungeon is the worst. The story is fine. Right. Do you have to do it in like lots of little segments or something? Or is it just got like fucking annoying enemies or something? Narratively, at least fine with every arc, which is good, because it is ultimately a story game. Density prices, you have to chase them down, right? Why is this guy shaking himself off so much? When all is said and done, the dungeon sucks. Boss as well. Grand. The new party member is by far the least relevant. It's a bit weak overall then. Is this still Persona 3? This is 5, I believe. You haven't played 3? That doesn't sound like you would care to. The only thing I've seen like relatively consistently said, because I have no experience with any of the games myself really, right, about the third one is that people seem to not necessarily be super happy towards the remake of it. Whereas they maybe are for other Persona things. I know nothing about it at a baseline. You liked Free Reload a lot, yes, actually. I want to remember that Zale didn't really love it, and I don't think Eugene likes it that much either. And I've seen a general sentiment of it occasionally when I get recommended a Persona video, and then I'm like, get this out of my fucking feed. Because I've said the word out loud while we've been talking about it on stream. I think there's something the remake does specifically that people just aren't necessarily a big fan of compared to the original. Yeah, and I fully concur with Zale of that. I am also sick of this shit. But especially when you're playing a remake of a game that you've already played, like there's only ever going to be one thing that's going to happen there, right? Oh, were you not a teen in the original one? In Persona 3 otherwise? You were? Oh, okay. Yeah, then. You can't really expect much else there, right? Even though I do agree with Zale's overall point. that people's obsession with it is genuinely bordering on concerning sometimes. Some people don't really appreciate the P5ification. Yeah, I think that probably is like the biggest complaint, right? People who genuinely enjoyed Persona 3 and all of its aspects of Persona 3. Probably feel like a lot of the identity is lost. Might be the consensus of people who enjoyed the previous game. And you know why they've done it. You actually haven't spoken to that guy for a while? Zale? I hope they're doing alright. You are as far as they can tell? Good. But they are as far as you can tell. Good, good. They do have a rough lot in life. I do feel sorry for them. You do have your shared enjoyment of a series of JRPGs, right? So it does make sense that you would. And to maybe some degree fighting games? Or some fighting games? I don't quite remember. It's been a long time, like you're saying. A Cantor's surprisingly easy to bow. Guy's head is the barn. Ill the shooting and the miss jokes. True. He does have a big fucking noggin. He's fallen off them. Oh, okay. As is wont to happen. Shot hits on Jesus. 60 it gets better? 65 when it's broken, that's crazy. Fair considering the effect they have on Temperament, yeah. No, if you want to be calm and not angry, fighting games are not the way to go. To say the least. Most people appreciate reload but prefer base, yeah. Which is fair, especially if there's like the significant difference. Missed a few dozen of your power shots due to the extreme flinch. He is very dramatic. Oh, I cancel. Having to burn through the arc today, I'm sorry. Fair. You don't really like it. Doesn't make sense to extend your exposure to it, right? once you get to the dungeon, it's not too slow, it's just annoying. You get through the slow bit, and then you're just hit with an annoying bit instead. You won't continue hunting a cattle using bow, you get 2 little break rewards. Tail cut isn't reasonably achievable. Yeah. And you do kind of want those things. The way the dungeon makes you feel is accurate to the theme. The theme is a capitalist dystopia sweatshop. Would you say, perchance, it's a bit of a grind? Are you truly onto, like, elders and elder level monsters for your collectors now, I'm? At this point, you've put behind... Yes, and okay, explain. You simply have so much to hunt. Oh. Oh. I suppose for certain weapon upgrades you might just need like a shit ton of gems and stuff, right? They made it worse in Royal? Lots of weapons are, yeah, miscellaneous Elder Dragon, exactly. So you gotta get all the bits and the bobs for those. Primarily, what you need a lot of is Elder Dragon bits, though. The boss is actually challenging now. They buffed the boss. Elder Dragons on their own are now part of what you need to craft, yeah. Fair enough. Instead of an annoying boss you can breeze, now you have an annoying boss that needs prep and tactics. That's definitely enough shards. Marabra's being the menace this time. Monster breath. How much monster breath do you need, if you know? Hey, Silver. Welcome. Too much. Okay. Because you did get... like, what, 12 from that one quest? I was thinking, like, that might be around about, like, a fifth of what you need or something, but do you need, like, a few hundred? Oh. Oh, you're fucked, buddy. Enjoy hell. It's a hell of your own making. So I do not feel sorry for you. 5 drops per shard weapon. Yeah, that's a good one. Do, 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 do. Brum, 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 brum. I don't know if I put the... I did not. Good. I have one more empty spot. Okay. I guess I'll put the second Fulgur weapon in there as well. I could put Acidic. Acidic is likely to come up. I could also put this Diablos one. That works. Acidic can go in a bit. And then I could upgrade a bug. A bug! Nurture you. The Gleam Beetle Metis. That is all of the blunt bugs done. I merely need 5 more of the cutting bugs. They're nearly there. They're so close to being done. You'd have to Basirios cheese sometime again, because Earth Crystals are something you've run out of. Even with all of the Basirios cheese you did before. That's crazy. That is going to be Monster Hunter for today. You're just around for Monster Hunter. Thank you kindly. I will be back with more of it tomorrow. You can see when on that linky link there for the time. Slightly different to today. Otherwise, I will be back in around 5-10ish minutes or so with some SMT. Yeah, just a second.